Hey everybody, welcome back. It's another Perry's Inside Scoop. We head into week 5 as the Orange welcome Clemson to the Dome. These are 4 of the first 5 games in the house here this year. Coach Baber's alongside, and Coach, a completed non-conference schedule at 4-0, and now it gets real, huh?
Yeah, the guys have gone out and they've done a nice job. We've had some, we've lost some guys going down the road here, but we're excited for an opportunity to open up ACC play.
All right, so we'll get into Clemson and all that entails here coming up. Last week we sat in these chairs looking ahead to Army, and it's going to take a lot of patience. And is that how the game unfolded? You know, at halftime you had to have some concern, but as it played out, your athletes took over. What was your takeaway there?
It played out the way I thought it was going to play out. I thought that we really did handle the team well during the week, letting them know that this is going to be the scenario. And it was. And we came back out. We did not score that first drive out, but the next drive we got 7 on the board and then slowly took control of the game. But I think their opening play was 17 drives, and I think we had 17 snaps the whole first half. So it played out the way we thought it could.
You have, since your whole time here, you've been a snap counter, right, to say, hey, how many plays can we get, and that over the long haul it's going to work out for you. What satisfaction is there in sometimes you do have to play left-handed? The other team is going to dictate to an extent too, and are you better off for having played Army at this stage?
I think there's no doubt, especially since it turned out the right way. But talking about patience, talking about staying together at halftime, talking about the children looking at mom and dad like they're not quite right what's going on, but mom and dad saying, have faith, this family's going to move forward the way we said it's going to move. And it turned out the right way. The Army team and the way they play football was the perfect test before we go into ACC play.
All right, so what sense do you have from your team here? When you say, hey, we lost some people, you're talking about the attrition that happens relative to injuries in the game. When you look at those captains who all have been, well chosen for this year, a guy like a Garrett Schrader, a Justin Barron, and you look in their eyes and get a sense for what they think of the team at this stage as you reach another milestone, what do you get?
I get that we're headed in the right direction. Those captains, all 6 of them, are involved in the day-to-day business that goes on in that locker room, that goes on the football field, and they are 100% unified. And because of that, we have a great culture.
Yeah, the culture part of it obviously is apparent and certainly needed. You also need talent. Clemson, for years and years and years, has had that in spades. Do you feel better suited here? It's rewarding, right, when you play these teams. They got to worry about your guys too, and they're thinking about Garrett and Marlowe Wax and the disruptive defense to this point, and Coach Sweeney has gone on about that.
We feel like we've got some players. There's no doubt that they're extremely talented. They're ACC champions, 10 out of the last 12 years. They're a very talented football team. And what I love about football, it's different than baseball, it's different than basketball. You traditionally only have to play a team once. And if you're really, really good, you get to play them twice the way the conference championships are set up now. Yeah. But it's not the most talented team that wins. It's the team that plays the best. And you only have to play the best for 1 hour.
Now, you've had seasons like this where, hey, your expression be, give me 6 more, 12 more inches, 2 more yards, and things would play out a great deal differently. The games with Clemson have been so close for the most part in recent years. They're really feeling that now. So how do you size up what you've seen out of Clemson, 2-2, but a couple bounces from being 4-0?
You give them 24 inches, they're probably 4-0. And the Duke game was different, and Duke really got after him. But there's no doubt that they had every opportunity to beat Florida State, who's now ranked in the top 3, top 4 in the country. So we're playing a team that's a championship caliber team that has played our highest ranked team in the conference to a standstill and statistically beat them.
Yeah, right. And Duke, you look at it, and it's well chronicled by now. Clemson threw for 200, ran for 200, lost the game. Why? Turnovers. And to be fair to Duke, the final score of the game was not close.
It was not close.
But it wasn't because of possession of the football, and that week in and week out obviously is a big key for your team. Do you feel like you can never really, I guess, predict it or hang your hat on it, but the idea is you're winning the turnover battle regularly.
We need to win the turnover battle in this game if we're going to do the things we need to do. I really don't think it's a time of possession type thing. It's turnovers, field positions, and opportunities in the game like this, and then matching the physicality. It's just one of those games where win or lose, you're going to be bruised.
Sure. And my goodness, you're on the road for 3 in a row after this, and you aren't going to play those games yet. But it does build a little into this here as we start thinking about the fans and the orange out for the weekend. The idea is for the fans, this is their last chance, not only for homecoming, for people to come back on Orange Central to come back and see everybody from their classes and really get behind the team. But you're going to be gone for a minute after this.
Yeah, we're not going to come back until after Halloween. Think about that.
Yeah. Any message here, Coach, to that group here about what you can hope for from a fan atmosphere? And like I said, people come out of the woodwork. That's how homecoming works, and it's been nice to see a few folks you don't see regularly.
Well, first of all, next time I hope we don't get the ACC, champion as homecoming.
Right, well.
That would kind of tee me off if I was them. But the big thing is get the crowd into it. Let's have fun with it. We can't turn back now. It's going to happen. So let's put our best foot forward.
I think people know this, but it is apparent, I would hope, the football coach doesn't select who the opponent is. Just so you know.
Thank you. Disclaimer.
All right, Coach, thanks. Best of luck on Saturday, okay?
Thank you, Matt.
Orange head coach Dino Babers and our Perry's Inside Scoop. Perry's is proudly made in New York.